Hello everyone, it's, oh dear, John, and a very heavy Pippin. Yes, hello. Oh, it's a waffle day. Oh, yeah, oh, you're in my face today, aren't you? Yes, he is indeed. So, hello everybody. Oh, trying to get this camera to, I should say my phone, to try and get everything. Oh dear. Yes. Oh, hello everybody. Yes. Oh dear. Oh, well, what am I saying? I'm not coping, but anyway, I'm trying to cope as best I can. Oh, that's right. Get yourself comfortable. Yes, indeed. So what's coming up? Look, I'm on a role-playing binge at the moment, which is very strange and very coincidental. So I've... you right? Can I continue? Yes. I've got a whole heap of role-playing boxes from predominantly TSR coming up for the pardon me, for the week. Yes, look, pardon me, the week has in the last 2 days actually, and well, yesterday and today, it's just suddenly gotten very cold and a bit overcast and wet. So it's yeah. So excuse me if I start to cough a little bit. I've not come down with anything. It's just the weather. Yeah. So I've got some. Yeah, just showing you some of the old TSR box sets. Now, I did have some others. I did have Starfinder. I think it was Starfinder. No, not Starfinder. It was Star Frontiers. I did have Star Frontiers, and I did have the Indiana Jones one. There was, I think there were a couple of others that I have lost from my collection. Yes, and it really does annoy me that they're no longer there anymore. So sadly, I doubt I will get them or be able to reacquire them because sadly people have attached too much money to what they're actually worth. But that is society and that is the way things go today. So my children have very nice nest eggs now. So I have told them that there is a bit of worth, I guess, with what is left here now. Yes. And also to watch out for which individuals turn up on my doorstep when I croak it. Yes. So, yeah, so I have some, yes, I know, don't get excited, some role-playing vlogs coming up. Now, the group who come and play Imperial Assault with me, Simon, who is the chief instigator of that delightful band of miscreants, shall we call ourselves, he has been posting some pictures and that about Gaslands. And I looked at Gaslands ages ago when it first came out, and I bought the, I think, the PDF when it first came out, and the book was quite reasonably priced, and the PDF was really, really cheap, and they've done a new one called Gaslands Refilled, and I must admit that when the first book came out, oh look, you've got the big picture of me. So when the book first, when it first came out, I went and stuck it in one of these, and I printed it to, is it B5 or A5? I'm not sure. I think it's A5. So that's what I did, because I just found that it's just the right print size, and I could print it, and it's all, sorry, maybe I'll stick it this way. Yeah, Kilroy was here, and it worked out perfectly. And that was how that's how actually I've done a lot of my PDF books, because it's just the perfect size to, it's not like these big books here, because I've done that with a lot of the other PDF books that I've downloaded and that I've bought through drive-through and that. So they're quite good. But yeah, I went and had a look. I thought, oh, bugger you, Simon. Look, you're a wonderful man. I love you, and I love all the guys. I don't need to go down another rabbit hole. Well, look, all right, I go down too many rabbit holes, but yes, people will see. I posted some pictures. Oh, hello. The producers looking at me going, what have you done? Yes, I went and got Gaslands refueled. I'm glad I did, actually, because look, there's nothing nicer than actually owning a physical book rather than, I guess, the PDF version. You know, everybody goes, oh, look, electronic format's the way to go. Don't go down, don't have physical books. Well, look, I guess with the whole concept of energy and that, who knows whether or not we're going to have power all the time with brownouts and all sorts of bits and pieces. I think personally, I prefer a physical copy because, the sun's not going to go out on me, is it? So, look, I'm quite happy I got that because when I went and had a look at drive-through, it was $21 US, and when I did the flick to Australian dollars or bottle tops, it was $28.92, so it was just under 29 Australian dollars. And I thought, oh, okay, well, I went and checked with my good friend Paul, who runs the Emperor's Legion, and his price was so much better. So I got my copy through Paul. He even had a copy. Oh yes, hello. Sorry, I've disturbed the Prince of Peace down here, and no, that was his prices were really, really good. So and he even had a copy in stock. So I picked myself up a copy. I've looked at that, and I've started designing cars, and I've gone for. Look, I bought these ages ago when I was initially looking at, because I like these sort of curvaceous looking styles. I really like the sort of 1940s, the early style motor vehicles. I'm sorry, today's modern motor vehicles just do not have any soul to them. They've got no class. There's nothing in them. I'd prefer the really early motor vehicles, to be quite honest. They've just, I don't know, the classic styles that are with them just have something to them. They've just got soul, and these style ones here just really do scream to me. And of course, what I've done is that the role player in me, I've just looked at and I thought I've started to write a story and everything. So I've decided that it's 1930s. It's I've got a hero, a hero and a villain are fighting each other, and they get trapped in time and come through into this Gaslands era. So we're going to have the continuation of costumed villain and hero fighting each other into the Gaslands universe. So I just love a narrative storyline, and I've done that with every game that I've gone through. And people, like, if you have a look at my vlogs, you'll find that I've done that with my 40k storyline, and I had so much fun writing that. And when I did the D&D, I get so much fun writing the storylines, and in many cases it has absolutely no bearing on the reality of what actually happens during a game, and I think that's more the fun of what it is, or not. Probably not, I think, is what the case is. But yeah, so Gaslands is what my current bit of a bent is at the moment. So I've got a bit of an interest in playing that at the moment. So I've got motor vehicles. Paul's getting me in some vehicle weapons or sprues that apparently got weapons and rams and crew and stuff like that. I found I had some, I think 20 mil figure packs that I had, because well before Walking Dead and that came along, I think, because I think I bought them around 2003, 2005. I've got some figures in from Elheim Figures called The Dead Consumes, I think it was. Did I write this down? The Dead Shall Consume range. That's right, from Elheim Figures. And that was I was obviously down there looking at doing something with that, because I was at that stage buying a lot of PDF books and that through 2-hour war games and through drive-through RPG and all sorts of things like that. At that stage, I had a little bit of money come through from one of my family members. I lost quite a few family members during the early 2000s. They were sadly dropping like flies. So I had a little bit of money at that stage. So, yeah, but so I've got quite a few die-cast vehicles. So I was looking at, there's a plethora of information on the net about die-cast vehicles and how to strip them and how to tinker with them. So I've been looking at that. So I've got to go buy some paint stripper and all sorts of things. And I've been talking to my other friend Paul, who runs BP Laser, and I've been talking to him about doing up some cutting some gaming boards for a 3x3 gaming board. So I'm having him look at say a gas station for a board to play on, a gas station or a shopping mall and things like that to use, because I'm always looking at different things. And obviously, for him, for a source of income as well. So yeah, I'm always looking for something different. But yeah, all right. So they're the things I guess that have got me going there. So His Lordship here. So this is, he's not going to like this. I'm just going to pick him up. This will, look at him. He's not happy. He's not happy. This will be the last time you'll see him like this, because on Wednesday he's getting a haircut. Yes, poor little man. He's getting his haircut done on Wednesday. At long last, he is booked in. It was wonderful actually, because when I rang the dog groomers, it was good. Obviously, their phone system must obviously note who we, because we always ring on the same number. They must know immediately who we are and who the dog is, because they said, oh, we were wondering when we were going to get Pippin back in. He's long due for having a haircut. So I went, oh, isn't that wonderful? That's a nice way to to make the client feel not respected, but comfortable and happy to want to come back and feel respected, liked, welcome. Maybe they're the words I'm looking at. But no, they Harry Barker's used to be at Pet City, which were just on the other side of the creek where I live, and it was so convenient for me, because we used to be able to just walk Pippin to get him to be groomed, but they've now moved up near Garden City, which is quite a considerable distance for us, and because we don't have a motor vehicle anymore, it's not as convenient to be able to just sort of book him in and take him there. It means I've got to organise to borrow my son's motor vehicle and to get our little man up there to get him clipped, So so the stars are right, and our little man will get himself clipped, and it'll be interesting because as soon as he gets his hair cut, he is a totally different little man, and so he is. But yeah, but going back to the first thing I talked about, which was role playing, it was very interesting this morning. I had a message from one of the ladies that I board game with, and she said, "Oh, John," she said, "you're famous." I said, "What are you talking about, famous?" She says, "Oh, LXG, you've been messaged." I said, "What? Who would remember the Goon Show?" Yes, and so the very famous Sir Harry Seacombe. Yes. I digress. And as I said, I waffle. This is what I'm famous for, waffling. Yes, I was mentioned there. The Tomb of Viritath. Yes, Keith Doan was talking about, somebody turned up at LXG talking about the adventure that was run in 1986. And one of the gentlemen was there. And I believe, now, I'm running on memory now because I'm not going to go back and have a look at it. I believe he was 12 when he played in it. Good Lord, I am feeling old. I'm quite sure Keith's feeling old too. But look, if anybody else is watching it, look, if you played in the Tomb of Viritath, look, share your memories on that from that day, because it was, I think, a very, very unique adventure in the fact that we had, oh geez, it's so long ago, but we had events around Brisbane where you went to a location and you sort of had to solve a puzzle, which then led you to another location, and then you finally ended up at the final location where you were presented the chest. And I think if we didn't have the thief say, "Check for traps," we'd have all died. So my group were the lucky ones that got the chest, which, if you have a look at the video that's in, which is in the role-playing playlist, you'll see I've still got the chest, and I've still got my medallion. So I think it's a little bit tarnished now. I think a little bit of the gold plate has tarnished a little bit, coming off a little bit here and there over time. But I think it's done pretty good for its time. As I said, I'm a bowerbird. I never throw anything away. Never do. But no, that was nice, and that was very nice for LXG to post that link. And it's hard to believe that I posted that story 3 years ago when I was, I think that was sort of the beginning of the days when I was experimenting with posting stories on YouTube, and I think I was playing with the title of Spit and Polish Chicanery, and I was using another piece of artwork of a younger me with I can't remember. I think that might have been Keith's artwork back then, because he did pictures for all of the gang that was playing a science fiction game back then. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, there was a whole heap of us, I think, because there were pictures for me and Anthony and David and Tony. But yes, it was a long time ago. Yes, feeling our age now. But we'll leave it at that. So look, thank you very much for listening to me waffle on. So till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.